Amy Slatton, weighing 1,000 pounds, the possibility exists that sisters will lose custody of her sons as a result of her arrest for possessing drugs. Almost 10 years ago, in 2014, the Dixon native, who is now 36 years old, became well known when she uploaded videos on YouTube. For the purpose of demonstrating to their subscribers what it was like to live with obesity, she collaborated with her sister, Tammy Slatton, to produce amusing films and challenges. Amy had a weight of more than 400 pounds before to her appearance on the well-known reality television show. She had difficulty moving about or doing necessary physical tasks, which resulted in her gaining more weight and prevented her from fulfilling her life to the maximum extent possible. While she was filming the first season of 1,000 Pound Sisters, Amy made the decision to get her life back on track and to lose weight. It was her lifelong ambition to become a mother, and she did all in her power to make that dream come true. After consulting with her doctor for a few months, Amy ultimately decided to have bariatric surgery in order to get her fitness journey off to a good start. By making changes to her diet and giving up bad eating habits, she was able to increase the amount of physical activity she got. Amy became the proud mother of two gorgeous children, Gage and Glenn, in the years 2020 and 2022. Unfortunately, being a mother did not cure the troubles that she was having with her husband, Michael Halterman, which ultimately led to the divorce that they ultimately went through in 2023. In-depth analysis of Amy Slatton's arrest. Amy has had a lot of difficulties over the past 4 years as a result of her marriage problems and the fact that she has had 2 pregnancies in a row. Nevertheless, it would appear that she never relied on narcotics to boost her mood in any meaningful way. Together with her boys and a friend named Brian Scott, Amy went to the Tennessee Safari Park in the month of September in the year 2024. According to reports, she sustained an injury after being bitten by a camel, which prompted a park staffer to phone 911. During the course of the investigation, the police found that Amy's vehicle contained illegal substances. The information provided by InTouch indicates that Amy was taken into custody for illegal possession of Schedule I, illegal possession of Schedule 6, and 2 counts of child endangerment. Through the use of a stretcher, the medical personnel removed Amy from the zoo. Nevertheless, she was finally arrested for drug offenses and placed in the custody of the Crockett County Jail. She was found to be in possession of what they believed to be mushrooms and marijuana in her family vehicle, as stated by the authorities. Chris Combs, the brother of the cast member of the comedy series 1,000 Pound Sisters, is said to have released her on a $10,000 bond the next day. During this time, Tammy took possession of the situation and retrieved her nephews, Glenn and Gage. Amy made an appearance in court on September 5 and entered a plea of not guilty to all of the accusations that were brought against her, including drug possession and endangering a child. Amy Slatton need to refrain from using drugs while she is a mother to young children. Due to the fact that she is a mom who is responsible for her 2 children, the TLC star is significantly more concerned about the fact that she is taking these things. When Amy is around her sons, she must be aware of the myriad dangers that come with being under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Not only does she put her own life in jeopardy, but she also puts her small children, who are deserving of much better, in peril. Amy is extremely careful for a number of reasons, one of which is because she is a single mom. There is a possibility that Amy Slatton will lose her children. There is a possibility that she could lose custody of Glenn and Gage as a result of this, which would cause her much more stress than she is already experiencing. Amy bears the primary responsibility for her children, while Michael, who was previously married to Amy, very sometimes interacts with them. It is unfortunate that the drug arrest might change this relationship and could perhaps result in the reality star losing her opportunity to spend time with her children for the rest of her life. Amy's case was discussed by Sam Dordulian, who had previously served as a prosecutor for Los Angeles County. According to the judge, whether or not she possessed for personal use or had an intent to sell becomes less important, considering that she is also charged with possessing a Schedule I drug, the mushrooms. Sam went on to say that although the majority of states provide diversion programs for drug crimes, Amy's situation is more problematic because she is also facing accusations of endangering a child. Sam made the statement that an investigation into whether or not the children need to be taken away for their safety will very likely certainly take place. I have high hopes that the 1,000-pound sister star will be found not guilty. A. Slatton, Amy. At the age of 36, this is Gage Halterman. The age of 4, I am Glenn Halterman. 2 years of age. The world of 1,000-pound sisters has captivated audiences since its debut in 2020, chronicling the lives of Tammy and Amy Slatton, two sisters who've shared their personal struggles with weight, relationships, and family on the TLC series. While the show initially drew viewers in with its raw and honest portrayal of their weight loss journeys, it has since evolved into something far more complex. Amy Slatton, who once seemed to be finding her way toward a better future, is now facing a dramatic and unsettling downward spiral. With her recent arrest and drug-related charges dominating headlines, fans are left wondering, can Amy get it together for the sake of her children, or is her life about to implode? This article delves deep into Amy's shocking unraveling, examining the events that have led to her current situation and asking the crucial question, what's next for the 1,000-pound sister star, and more importantly, what does this mean for her family? Amy's rise, a new beginning or a temporary reprieve? When 1,000-pound sisters first aired, Amy Slatton was the relatable, light-hearted counterpart to her more troubled sister, Tammy. Amy had her own set of struggles, especially with her weight and health, but she was making progress. Fans watched as she worked toward qualifying for weight loss surgery and, more importantly, began to fulfill her lifelong dream of becoming a mother. After undergoing weight loss surgery, Amy gave birth to her first son, Gage, in November 2020. This marked a turning point in her life, and many believed she was finally on the path to achieving her goals. Her marriage to Michael Halterman, who had been her rock for years, seemed stable and supportive, and viewers watched as Amy embraced motherhood with love and enthusiasm. However, even during these happy times, there were glimpses of struggle beneath the surface. Amy found it difficult to balance her weight loss journey with the demands of raising a child. Her chaotic household and a lack of structure raised questions about how she was managing her new role as a mother. Still, Amy's story during this period was one of hope and optimism. She appeared to be navigating her challenges with determination, and many believed she was moving forward in the right direction. The turning point. Cracks begin to show. While Amy's rise from obesity and health issues to motherhood was inspiring, it became clear that the pressures of fame, family, and personal struggles were starting to take their toll. Fans of the show began to notice cracks in her seemingly happy life, and soon the challenges that had once been hidden behind the show's humorous editing became impossible to ignore. In early 2023, rumors began swirling that Amy's marriage to Michael was on shaky ground. The pressures of reality TV, parenting 2 young children, and the demands of her weight loss journey were mounting. Although Amy had lost a significant amount of weight, she was finding it difficult to maintain her new lifestyle. The chaotic nature of her home, coupled with ongoing family issues with her sister Tammy, added fuel to the fire. As Amy's personal life became more tumultuous, viewers began to speculate whether she was coping as well as she had initially appeared. Despite her best efforts to present a happy front, it was clear that Amy was struggling. The weight of being a reality TV star and the mother of 2 young children seemed to be taking a toll on her mental and emotional well-being. The arrest. A shocking development. In a shocking turn of events, news broke in mid-2024 that Amy Slatton had been arrested on drug charges. The details of the arrest were not immediately clear, but the headlines alone were enough to send shockwaves through the 1,000-pound sisters fan base. Amy, the sister who had once seemed like she was on a path to bettering her life, was now embroiled in a legal battle that threatened to unravel everything she had worked for. Reports indicated that Amy had been found in possession of illegal substances, and the charges against her were serious. The news of her arrest raised immediate concerns about her ability to care for her children, Gage and Glenn. The public, who had watched Amy transform her life on television, was now left questioning how things had gone so wrong. How did a woman who seemed so dedicated to her family and her future end up in such a dire situation? While the details of Amy's arrest were slowly revealed, it became clear that her life had been spiraling out of control for some time. Friends and family members expressed their concern, noting that Amy had been struggling to cope with the pressures of fame, motherhood, and her tumultuous relationship with Michael. It appeared that the weight of her personal problems had pushed her toward destructive behavior. The role of fame, reality TV's dark side. It's impossible to talk about Amy's unraveling without addressing the role that fame has played in her life. Reality TV has a long history of exposing its stars to a level of scrutiny and pressure that few are prepared to handle. For Amy and Tammy Slatton, their lives were put on display for millions to see, with every success and failure documented for public consumption. Amy, in particular, faced unique challenges as her life evolved on camera. She went from being a woman battling obesity to becoming a mother and reality TV star in a relatively short amount of time. The pressures of maintaining her weight loss, raising 2 young children, and dealing with her sister's ongoing health issues were compounded by the demands of filming a reality show. While 1,000-Pound Sisters offered Amy the opportunity to share her story with the world, it also exposed her to the pitfalls of fame. The scrutiny of her parenting, her marriage, and her personal choices likely added to the stress she was already feeling. Reality TV has a way of amplifying the challenges that its stars face, and Amy was no exception. The pressures of fame, combined with her personal struggles, may have pushed Amy toward unhealthy coping mechanisms. While it's impossible to know exactly what led to her arrest, it's clear that the stress of her life had become overwhelming. Fame, which had once seemed like a path to a better future, may have played a significant role in Amy's downward spiral. The impacts on Amy's children, Gage and Glenn's future. Perhaps the most heartbreaking aspect of Amy's unraveling is the potential impact on her children, Gage and Glenn. Amy has always been open about how much she wanted to become a mother, and viewers of 1,000-Pound Sisters have seen her pour her heart into raising her boys. However, with her recent arrest and legal troubles, there are serious concerns about what this means for her ability to care for them. Raising 2 young children is challenging under the best of circumstances, and Amy's current situation is far from ideal. The arrest has cast doubt on her ability to provide a stable home for her sons, and fans of the show are left wondering what will happen next. Will Amy be able to regain control of her life and continue to raise her children, or will her legal troubles jeopardize her role as their mother? Michael Halterman, Amy's estranged husband and father of her children, may also play a significant role in what happens next. While their relationship has been strained, it's unclear how involved Michael will be in caring for Gage and Glenn during this difficult time. The future of Amy's family hangs in the balance, and the outcome of her legal battles will likely have a profound impact on her children's lives. Can Amy get it together? A glimmer of hope. Despite the seriousness of Amy's situation, it's important to remember that she has overcome significant challenges before. Her journey on 1,000-Pound Sisters has been one of resilience and determination. And while she may be facing one of the most difficult periods of her life, there is still hope that she can turn things around. Amy's story is far from over. Her fans have watched her grow and change over the years, and many are rooting for her to make a comeback. While her arrest and legal troubles are undeniably a setback, they don't have to define her future. With the right support and resources, Amy could still find a way to regain control of her life and provide a stable home for her children. The road ahead won't be easy. Amy will need to confront her legal issues head-on and make significant changes in her life if she hopes to get back on track. However, if there's one thing that Amy has proven over the years, it's that she is capable of great resilience. Her fans will be watching closely, hoping that she can once again defy the odds and emerge stronger from this difficult chapter. Amy Slatton's journey has been one of highs and lows, and her recent arrest marks one of the darkest moments in her story. However, it's important to remember that this is just one chapter in a much larger narrative. Amy has faced adversity before, and while her current situation is undeniably challenging, it doesn't have to be the end of her story. The question remains, can Amy get it together for the sake of her kids? Only time will tell. But for now, her fans can only hope that she finds the strength and support she needs to turn her life around and provide a better future for herself and her family. The road ahead may be difficult, but Amy's story isn't over yet,